Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Snap it to the back. Hard running there. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Florida. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Got his man. Breaks into the open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked. on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things you can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Bishop. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Slithers into space. Turning it on. Touchdown Gators. Great job by the back on the option.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Bishop. Fires to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. To the air, it's Bishop. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Gator! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he's going to try to return this one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jeff.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's now up to 64 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Pierce. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Florida! And they turn it into a defensive score.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Makes the grab. It's Pierce. Still running at the 40. Sprinting away. Touchdown, Cage. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the Jets, and is gone.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll go with a direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got the back over the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
35, Miami, 14.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Bishop. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires left. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. They get to him as he throws. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. It's now second and goal.
One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback keeper. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
35, Miami, 14.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Sweet spin. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
To throw, it's Bishop. It's complete on the right side. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to them, let them break tackles, let them make plays. Easy decision.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Pulls it in. It's Pierce. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just keep swinging it. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Dropping back, it's Bishop. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. On the run, fires downfield. He's open on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker in the ground.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
He's brought down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Direct snap. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here, nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but man, did he do it right there.
Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Back to pass. That's got it. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. And he is piling up the touchdowns in this one. Remember, Tebow put a 55 spot up on the board, and Warfel knew how to find the end zone, too.
Yeah, tons of guys have known how to do that when they've worn the blue and orange, but this offense is really cooking, balanced around him. He can do it all. When you can run like this and throw the football, just put so much pressure on defenses, it's an absolute nightmare.
And right down the middle.
42, Miami, 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Finding an escape route. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. No good. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Complete. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing.
There he goes. 20. Inside the touchdown, Miami. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put point.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And he's dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
From the gun, running back on the move. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking for a man. It's Bishop. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pierce. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Defensively, the clock late in the game when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
And the Canes have this offense rolling. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the clock's running down late in the ball game. Every first down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting the first down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal line. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
Fires into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Gators buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
That's how you end a football game. Nice job. You put the ball in your best player's hand. Let him go make a play. I know he runs out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. This ball game is over.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. A designed run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle.